Hello, folks. Hello. Thank you for joining. Today we are going to go from this plain bare face to a super glammed up celebrity look. And as you can see from the preview video that I had for this, we're going to go for a really fun eye today. I'm going to show you guys how I do that using some of the products that I found here on Verishop that I actually love. This is gonna take some time, so if you are unable to stick around for the entire walkthrough of how I get this look, you can always click the lower right hand corner. There's four little cubes. That's an icon so that you can see the entire collection that I'm sharing right here on this live stream. So I have things from makeup to jewelry, things that are really gonna get that sort of celeb moment and celebrity style makeup. Starting with some jewelry pieces that I have to mention right away. This is one of my favorite pieces of all time. I actually wear it every single day. It's my absolute favorite. I don't leave home without it. I'm constantly wearing it. Like I even go to sleep with it sometimes. So my favorite piece that I've ever had. And hi, folks. Hi, everyone joining. Hi, Melinda. Hi, Magina. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Fashion with Stephanie Nadia. I'm Stephanie Nadia, and today we're going to get that glamorous look that you guys saw in the preview. And I'm going to walk you through the eye portion. Yesterday, I went a lot through my face routine essentially for a glam look. But today I'm going to focus mostly on the eyes to save time because we only have so much time here. And if you missed that, don't worry. I am here every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 2:30 p.m. So you can always hang around. Again, I will definitely be doing more of those videos, more beauty stuff too. And if you have any questions along the way, please feel free to ask. Ask to your heart's content. And if anything, like even when it comes to like face stuff, because I won't be touching too much of it, except for some of the products that I want to share here. But we're gonna get started with the eyes first. So normally, like whenever I do simple makeup or like everyday glam or everyday beauty, I usually go with my face first. I color correct, I conceal, I put my foundation or my CC cream, whatever I'm using for the day, and then I go ahead and like go in with maybe like a light or neutral eyeshadow or skip eyeshadow altogether, and go in with mascara and call it a day. But for like extravagant, more glamorous looks, like celebrity style looks, I like to go in with the eyes first to make sure that no fallout falls on the rest of my face, and I can clean up and then do my face and finish off my face last. Um, so I already went ahead and prepped my skin. I actually have a little bit of color corrector under my eyes, and I think I'm going to add a little bit more. The color corrector I'm using is not featured in today's live stream, but it is one of my favorites, the one I'm currently using until I run out. This is from Jorn Cosmetics, for those of you who are curious. But if you are color correcting, keep this in mind. The darker you are, the closer to red you go, and the lighter you are, the closer to a peachy tone you go. When you're color correcting for darkness and gray spots and all that stuff. If you're color correcting for redness, you want to go in with the green color. And if you're color correcting for dullness, you can also go in with like lavender or a lilac color to brighten up your face. But I'm using this sort of like rusty kind of peachy color to color correct to get my lids and my eyes ready for like essentially creating a simple basic canvas to take on color and put it in a neutral space so it can take on um, some color and some funness. Okay, so right now I have this color corrector on, but what I like to do is go in with a little bit of concealer on the lids, and the concealer I've been using a lot lately, and I shared it here yesterday on live stream. But and for those of you who want to grab it, don't worry, I'm going to actually be sharing it tomorrow again. So if you come and join me at 2:30 p.m. tomorrow, I'll be sharing it here so that in case you want to purchase it with a discount. But it's my favorite concealer because it's two-sided. There's the liquid side, which is the illuminating liquid side. I feel like it's the lighter of the two, and this is the other side is the matte version, which is the creamier of the two, so there's gonna be more coverage here. And for a glamorous celebrity look like this, I definitely want to go more on the matte and creamy side for extra coverage. but I always love starting off with the illuminating side just because, I don't know, I feel like it gives me like a nice glowy finish. And I'm going to go ahead and blend this out with a concealer brush. Literally, I like building up concealer rather than just blasting it onto my face. So I like to put, I feel like less is more. I like to put the minimum amount of product I can, especially around my eyes. So that's why I also like going in with the illuminating liquid side first, because I'm getting less product on my eyes and around my eyes, as opposed to, just packing it on there. And then I can add from there and build up and see what it is that I need to add and change. Um, but love this. It's just like such a natural, soft look, especially for when you're doing like an everyday or like simple skincare, like light makeup. Um, love this. And but as you can see, it's just very, very light. And I'm not gonna go in and conceal really heavy right now because those are just sort of to give me some light concealing and a base again for my eyeshadow that I'm going to be going in with and creating this beautiful crazy eye. And it's creating like a sort of stickier surface for me to work with. Um, and so that's why I am going in with this first too. Just taking a little bit of that and spreading it all over my lids. You can also use a primer, but I find that I just like double up my concealer as a primer all the time, and I find that that works for me. Just as long as I make sure to set my lids as well with setting powder, post concealer. So right now it's like at a really good place, and I'm gonna put a little bit of setting powder to sort of just get that on there. Actually, you know what? I'm going to make my lids a little bit more sticky by going with the matte side. This is creamier, so it's going to get my lids nice and sticky, ready for color. And that's essentially what a primer is. A primer for the lids, it's just product that can go on your lids, that's lid safe. That's a little bit more of a stickier finish so that it can, the eyeshadow can adhere to it well. And it also happens to be lighter so that the color is more prominent and shows up more. So I'm just going ahead and blending that out. So my lids are already instantly changing, especially with this matte one. My favorite. Again, I shared this yesterday, but you can always grab it yourself. Tomorrow I'm going to be sharing it again. If you want to get the discount on it, I did not include it in this live stream, but I definitely will include it in tomorrow's as I did yesterday. But my favorite concealer right now. Okay, now I feel like my top lids are exactly where I want them to be. They're a little on the sticky side. Perfect for applying and adding color to it. I'm going to go in just a tinge more just to take out any grayness that's like on the inner corner of my eye. There we go. And voila, this is good. I'm grabbing some water. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with eyeshadow now. And you can also like set your lids now too if you'd like. I'm gonna go ahead and actually just set them just a tinge with a little bit of setting powder, just so I can avoid some creasing. Um, just like lightly tap it on. Nothing crazy. No heavy baking here. And I'm just applying it mostly in the areas where I know my like eyeshadow loves to crease. Okay. Let me blend and brush that out a little bit more. I don't want to put too much because I still want my lids to be like a slightly stickier surface so that my eyeshadow can adhere to it. But as you see, my lids are already changing color. That's like providing me now with like a more seamless canvas that I can add color to. And the eyeshadow palette that I'm using today is this one from Vapor. I used it at yesterday's live stream as well, and I loved it. So we're going to go ahead and continue with it. I'm using this lighter shade first, and I'm going to apply that all over my lid. And I'm going to keep building this up until like I have like a pretty nice light lid with this. It's like almost like a dusty rose kind of color. And I'm just applying this with my finger because I find that like I'm able to get more on when I really want an opaque finish for my eyeshadow. I feel like using my finger works so much better. So like, look at that difference already. I can really pack it on there. And then I'll go in with another brush to like just sort of feather it out a little bit more. But when I really want to get some like a good amount of product on there, making sure that I prime, making sure that I have some sort of concealer base if I'm not using a primer, and then I'm using my finger to like pack on that color so it's more prominent. And right now I know it looks kind of crazy, but trust me guys, we're gonna get there. It's all about building up and taking these small little steps to get these really fun looks. It's all in the details. That's why whenever I go big with my eyeshadow, I keep everything else simple. And so I don't do anything crazy to the rest of my face um, because I was spending so much time on my eyes already. Whenever we're doing like a big glamorous like celebrity style eyeshadow look, you're always going to make sure to take your time with it. Set aside time to do, um, the small little details to get it to where you want it to be. I'm also a type of a perfectionist, so I will always keep going in to try to get to the place I want it and fixing any little piece that I feel like I see is off. And blending is so key when you do eyeshadow. Blend, 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 blend as much as you can. You don't want any streakiness, you don't want any lines, etc. Okay, I'm gonna go in with a brush now and try to get like that inner corner and blend out the edges of this. Like I said, blending is key. I'm just gonna go ahead like that. And blend out the edges now. Um, but yeah, I love this palette, so I cannot wait to try out um, Vapor's other eyeshadow palettes. It's my first time trying them, and like the eyeshadows, well, I tried it yesterday for the first time, and I'm using it again today, and I'm absolutely loving it because the shadows are like super buttery soft. They feel like just silky powder on the lids, not dry, not rough at all. And it doesn't feel like I'm wearing anything. Like it doesn't feel like my lids are like being caked on. And the color still is pretty nice and pretty opaque for my skin tone. Okay, I think I've gotten it to where I want it to be. Um, just blending that out. Then I'm going to take a different brush. And if you were here yesterday, it's kind of similar to, I'm kind of doing a similar style, but I'm taking this darker shade right here and applying that to the crease of my lids. And this is like, I'm trusting my bones. I'm following my brow bone and just mimicking that shape and whipping it out just like that. Okay? Again, doing the same thing again, just to darken that up and then whipping it out. Already you can see that we're getting like some sort of dramatic eye. Following my bone and then whipping it out. Following my bone and then whipping it out. See already it's starting to take shape and I'm loving it. Okay, so I'm going to blend this in some more. Okay. Wonderful. Try to check for evenness. Try to blend it out. And I'm going to go in with that other color again, the light color again. I'm going to apply that to the high points of my brow bone, which is right underneath the eyes. And again over here as well. And then that's going to just soften the edge of that darker shadow that we had applied so that it's not a super, super stark line. And there we go. We are on our way. So darken that a little bit more. And I want a little bit more warmth here. So after I finish applying this color, I am actually going to take bronzer that I have and make that a crease a little warmer. This is also I believe you can also find this here on I actually don't know where I put it. But I believe you can also find it here on Verishop. It's called Cosas. It's a bronzer, which I cannot find at the moment. So I'm actually about to use some blush, which is kind of similar to my bronzer. But I highly recommend that as well. That's not on today's thing either. But um, if you did want to get warmer, and there's always different ways. Makeup can be repurposed in so many different ways. You can always use a bronzer. You can always use a blush. Or if you have like a sculpting stick like this, which you can use for contouring, especially for a glam like the look like this, you definitely need to contour and really look like sleek and chiseled. And I love using products like this because I can use it for multiple purposes. I can use it to contour. I can use it to warm up parts of my face, depending on the warmth of the product, like bronzing with it and just blending it out with a brush. And also even taking that and then applying it to the crease of my eye for a warm cut crease. So right now I'm just taking a little bit of my blush. I was going to go use my bronzer, but I cannot seem to find it. And so you see it just adding a little bit of warmth to that cut crease. Um, and I'm just blending it in. But again, there's so many different ways you can take makeup and use it and repurpose it to work for you the way that you want it to. But yeah, love that. I'm gonna go ahead and blend this out just a tinge more. There's no stark lines. And as you'll see, as you build up with your eyeshadow, you need to be patient with it. Take time with it. Nothing looks perfect off the bat. Like, it's literally building up just little bit by little. You're an artist, you know, using oil paints, and you're just starting to see the picture come together as you add piece by piece. So don't get frustrated. Don't be discouraged if it doesn't look like what you want it to look like right away, because again, it's layering piece by piece and taking your time with it. I also love this eyeshadow from Exa. It's a light show color melt. I love this because it's super pretty. Um, and I love just putting this over my lid once for an easy, like, simple look. I'm trying to, here we go. And so I wanted to try out some of their other colors. I'm not going to use it today because I used it yesterday. But I thought I should mention it. This is perfect and cute for like a a celebrity look like this. I would recommend grabbing one of these in a different shade. For lighter shades, for more dramatic shades, especially for this kind of cut crease look that we're going for, you want something that's lighter and that's going to pop on the lids, and then darker in the crease, and then you're going to use your liner to get darker on the crease as well. Okay, so we are ready to move on. Let me go ahead and pull up. Just making sure I don't miss out on any pieces that I can share with you guys. So okay, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to doing the actual now like cut crease with black eyeliner. But you can use different tools to do this. Like, you don't have, it doesn't have to be black. You can actually do this with a gold liner and get like a gold cut crease, which is super pretty, especially against these colors. I just ordered this one, the Wonder 2 Super Stay Liner in gold. And I'm excited to try it out. So I will be testing that for you guys and with you guys demoing it in the coming weeks. As I don't have it right now, but I highly recommend, you know, using gold, using silvers, using blacks, using white liner. It's so beautiful. And for a black liner, here is one that's super cool. And it's, especially if you don't have a steady hand, you're nervous about going with a liner, this is going to be super helpful because Guy Beauty eyeliner duo, it has this like built in, I've showed it to you guys before. I'm going to go ahead and pull it out so I can show it to you all again. But it has like a built-in guide. So this essentially, you can rest this on your cheek and create the shapes that you want to create in perfection, because it's just gonna, you know, stay in one place. Kind of like using a protractor when you're like in elementary school, you know. And this can go right into the gel, and you can use that to easily create the shape that you want. And so I highly recommend this for people who are just getting started with eyeliner, or if you're in a rush and you want to make sure that you always have precise and seamless eyeliner. I definitely recommend this. This is going to be a Luxe Longwear eyeliner. It's in gel format, I believe. That's for me, in my opinion, that kind of formula for eyeliner is the most long lasting one. Um, and it just also super, super, super pigmented. But today I'm going to go ahead and use another eyeliner that I have here, because it's what I have open and I'm trying to like finish it out. But I'm using also, I highly recommend using brush tips. That can be super helpful too. This is going to be a little bit trickier if you're not comfortable, doing it by hand. So that's why I highly recommend the Guide Beauty if you're not used to doing eyeliner like that. And I think this is actually getting a little more dry, but here we go. So what you want to do is you kind of, again, you're going to follow that part, right, that was created. And so what you can do to start off is you can also create lines for yourself, like little dots. Just like that. And then you can go back in and fill that. So what I'm going to do is actually even start down here first. And I like brushing inward because I feel like I can connect it to my natural eye shape as opposed to starting like this and going out. And I actually need to grab my mirror so that I can see rather than using the phone right now. But yeah, I like brushing inward. And so like that's where I want my end to meet up with each other. So I know I need to go in this direction and then pull down and sort of like create guidelines and then fill in. And then I want it to go like that. Little strokes, a little at a time. And now I'm going to go ahead and do the top part of my lash line. Try to get a little bit closer so you guys can see this. But yeah, this can be tricky, so I can understand how it can be frustrating. That's why I highly recommend if you're doing this for the first time and you're just getting into doing your own eyeliner, or you just don't have a steady hand and never had that, I definitely recommend the guide one because it's just so much easier to use, um, as opposed to freehanding it. Okay, so I got my shape here. Now time to fill out this top part. And I like to start at the beginning, light strokes, so we can darken it afterwards. A thinner line allows us to reshape and rework it to the shape that we want. So I see here that I want to go thicker on top as opposed to thicker on the bottom because I like the shape of my bottom, but I do want it to be more visible up top. So I'm going to make sure that when I'm adding on, I add the thickness to the top of the line as opposed to underneath. So now I'm going to go ahead and just thicken that up. I think this is also super fun for like Halloween looks or like um, a really fun like vacation look when you're like out of town, you're doing it up. Um, and I like that beginning part to come down really thin You also don't have to go this far in. You can also just start from like over here. But I like for this lip to go in a little bit more. What are we thinking so far? Does it look good? And like with this too, like I recommend that you could even try like using the gold liner to then create like a double line. And then you get like this even more glamorous look. So again, just about building pieces slowly at a time, little by little. So now I actually want to match the thickness here, so I'm going to get this to be a little bit thicker as well. Also, another benefit to using the guide liner is that it won't dry out. Like this dries out on me a lot. Um, but yeah, love this. Love a bold eye, a graphic eye like this. Um, Now the tricky part is doing the other side the same way. So let's go ahead. Like I said, remember we create little guides for ourselves. All right, create a little shape. I'm just looking back and forth to see if I'm also matching the shape of the other eye. Okay, I think that's pretty good. And then I'm gonna go ahead and line that up with that side, pulling it in, looking on both sides. Again, just trying to match. And I actually have a hooded lid on this side, which is very different from this side. So that what that means is like I have a lid that sort of overlaps and flaps down. So that creates a change in my liner. So I usually will just create the liner, not how it looks like when my eyes are unfolded, but how it looks like when it is folded, because most of the time I have my eyes open and looking directly at a person as opposed to like looking down. So it's always good to just, when you're doing your eyeliner, to try to make sure that you do it eye level, especially if you do have hooded lids. Okay, so I'm just trying to get my shape right now. And then I'm going to pull it in just like that. Then we're gonna fill it in and go and do what we did to the other eye, which is filling in this lash line first. Oh, oops, I just closed my eye and messed it up. Okay, so we made a mistake. What do we do? You can see I made a little mistake right there. Don't panic. That's the last thing we want to do is panic and get frustrated, um, because I make mistakes all the time. I've been doing makeup forever. But if you have a thin little brush or even a Q-tip, this is a perfect time to whip that out. You're going to take that, take a little bit of your concealer, place it on your brush, pat out any excess amount, and you're going to literally go in and cover up that mistake and reapply your eyeshadow. See, just like that. Mistakes happen. It's okay, guys. And with the same brush, because it's the same exact shape, I'm going to go ahead and pat the eyeshadow right over that. And there we go. all fixed. No panicking here. Okay, let me go ahead and finish this eye with you guys because it is already 3 o'clock, and normally we're wrapping up at this time. But while I talk about that, here is what I've been using to prep my face and prime my face. This is the Exa Beauty Jumpstart Smoothing Primer. I love this primer. It really like has this almost silkiest finish to it, and it's charged with triple antioxidants. So it's great for the skin while prepping the skin for makeup. So I love beauty products. I love cosmetic products that take care of your skin while also getting you beautified. If you also don't have the time to hang out with me and you just want to check out the collection, like I said, in the lower right hand corner, you can check out the entire collection and shop anything that I am highlighting today that I absolutely love, especially for a fun celebrity look. I love a good, bold, graphic crease like this, especially for those of you who are just joining in. And I have a couple of pieces of jewelry that I actually recommend too that I think are fun. This bracelet here, it's a layered chain. That's been really in amongst like I think celebrity fashion, trendy fashion. We've got this beautiful chunkier chain that's has a pearl accent to it. And again, everything that I'm sharing with you guys today is going to be 15% off. So take advantage of it if you can. And I love embellishing my hair with some fun, like, pieces, whether it be a scrunchie or some, fun shimmy clips that I have been loving lately too, and adding that to the hair. And Shimmy's got some really fun scrunchies as well. I've had this, fun one from Emily that's also here on Verishop. But they're sold out right now, so I shared the ones that I could find that I think are super cute still. And let me show you guys another piece that I absolutely love. Like this is super in right now, and I really want to get it. So I actually ordered it. It's coming on its way over, so I can't wait to share that with you guys as well. But I love this. I love little gold necklaces like this, but I love a good like simple layered chain necklace that really adds to a whole look. All right, so let me continue finishing this up while I have you guys here. Here is also another piece of Exa Beauty cosmetic product that I absolutely love. It's their foundation, and it's one that I started using recently, and I absolutely love the finish of it. It looks super natural while being super, like having a good amount of coverage, which I think is perfect for a glam look like this. Like my left eye is always a harder one to do, right? Because I'm right-handed and having to cross over is always going to be trickier as opposed to just being on the same side. But again, taking your time with it, just take your time with it. You'll get there. Okay, so I'm creating this shape, trying to match up where my high point is. And I'm getting there. And now again, I'm just tracing the line because we're creating a thin line, like I said before. Because a thin line we can build and adjust afterwards. So just sort of connecting the dots from what I did previously. I can start to see where, if anything can go wrong, or if I need to make any adjustments. So looking up and always checking up. It's always good to go from looking up close to then looking back and looking at the whole thing, because if you're looking up close the whole time, you might make a mistake and not notice. It's easier to see the balance and the evenness of things if you take a step back. So that's why I keep stopping and looking up. Okay, now I think I have the shape that I want, so I'm going to go ahead and thicken it up now. Okay. Coming along, guys. Also, they're not twins. They're not identical twins. They're sisters. So every time you do your brows or you do your lids are not identical. So your eyeshadow is not going to necessarily be identical either. So take your time with it. Know that you're trying to get as close of a balanced look as you can, but it doesn't need to be perfect. Okay, so I'm getting closer to the desired look that I want. I'm just letting me brush a little bit to get this brush a little more moist. And there I have it pretty much both sides the way I want it. Now I'm just going to bring this inner part so it matches that side. We're getting there. And I'm thinking I'm going to do is put like a little dot to sort of like show where I want to end, and then just darken that. And then pull that down. That's what we've got going so far. I'm going to go ahead and darken up this side a little bit because this side is a little bit thicker. This is also a fun part where you can extend the liner to the inner corner and create like a inner, like cat eye. But for this look, I'm going to keep it like this. I'm not going to create that cat eye. And I'm loving how this looks so far. So I'm going to move to mascara next. Actually, not moving to mascara just yet. I'm going to go ahead and conceal under my eyes, do my foundation, and then I will finish up. I usually try to do mascara last. Just because sometimes it's hard to get like concealer underneath. So what I'm going to do is mascara up on top first. This is also great to do add falsies for this kind of look to get an even bigger wow moment. But yeah, I'm satisfied with this. Also, like if you wanted to add color, you can add a pop of color in, which I think is great to use like the gold liner, silver liner, white liners. You can also use a color liner. I was gonna demo that, but we don't have too much time today, so definitely will try to do that for you guys in the future. And we're gonna go in with mascara. First, obviously curling the lashes. Because whenever you put eyeliner, it obviously takes away the length of the lashes because it like hides the bottom half of your lashes, the root of your lashes. So you really want to like really puff them up if you are going to be going without falsies and just using your natural lash. I recommend curling them as much as you can, while being careful not to mess up your liner, obviously. So curling these. I don't curl them beforehand because they always get in the way when I'm doing my liner. So I curl them afterwards. So now I think my lashes are adequately curled. I'm going to go ahead and put on some mascara. I'm running out of mascara. So I actually ordered mascara and I ordered 3 different ones. I tried this one recently, which was Melloway. Don't have it in front of me right now, but I love this one because I love the fact that the wand actually twists so I can adjust to whatever like shape I need to grab and like area of my lashes I need to grab. Super functional, super helpful, and it really adds a lot of volume. That's what I can say about this. The other 2 that I'm actually going to be trying out that I have not received just yet, but it'll be coming soon, and I will be testing it out for you guys in upcoming live streams. So definitely come hang out with me. Sorry, I'm just like wiping off the makeup with my hand because there's so much of it. But I'm gonna be testing out the Vapor Beauty one, which was the same brand that I use the eyeshadow for. So I have high hopes for this one. It's under 30 bucks. And then we've also got the Wonder 2 one, which I also mentioned this brand to you earlier on. This one's actually gonna be under 20 bucks and has a lash extension curling formula, I guess. So we're gonna test them out, see which one we love the most, and I will let you guys know which one is the one you need to get. It's the must buy. But right now I'm using an old mascara that really needs to be thrown out already. I'm just waiting for those newer mascaras to come in and test it out. So I'm looking for something that gives me not just volume, but length. Because I love me good long lashes. I feel like it makes the whole look and brings your whole look together. Okay, so right now I'm just putting on mascara just on my top lashes because I need to go in and conceal and apply foundation. So I'll apply mascara to my bottom lashes after I've done that. But this is essentially pretty much the entire like celebrity look. Obviously, I haven't done the rest of my face yet. For those of you who hung out with me yesterday, I went walked through like my prep and my whole like face routine for my makeup, especially when it comes to more glamorous makeup. There's some extra steps and different steps that I do. And a little neat trick is the best thing to do is apply mascara while looking down at your mirror as opposed to looking up, because then you'll get it on your lids that way easier. So it's good to always just take a mirror and place it underneath you, underneath your nose, like essentially. Um, so you should be able to see up your nose. That's how low it should be. And you look down and apply your mascara. And this is easier so that you don't actually get it on your lids, like I said. But look at the difference already that makes. Okay, and it's gonna look even better once like my concealer is on, and I don't have like these bags under my eyes because it's all concealed. um, But yeah, I am in dire need of new mascara, so I'm excited to try out this Vapor one, and I'm excited to try out the Wonder one. I've heard so many good things about Wonder, and then I'm just really impressed with my experience so far with Vapor. So I've high hopes for both of them. Maybe we need to do like a mascara showdown and see which is the better purchase and better buy. But yeah, I am in need of a new good mascara, so I am on the hunt and looking for volume and looking for length. So far, the one that I've tried out from Verishop, which was really fun because it added a lot of volume and it was great from a brand that was new to me as well called Melloway. It's listed in the collections as I mentioned to you guys earlier. Um, it's just amazing because of the way that the wand bends. So it makes applying mascara so much more practical and functional. I haven't had that experience ever while applying mascara. And so it was super helpful, especially when applying some mascara to the inner corner, outer corner, and like getting into my lower lashes as well. Okay, so lashes are practically done, although I am in need of some really good mascara. I've gotten some of it done here. And we're going to be wrapping up soon because I've already gone over time. I was supposed to end at like 3. But, you know, with these, I feel like it's always going to take a little bit more time. I'm just trying to give some extra lift to my lashes. And now, time to conceal under my eyes. We're going to go in with that matte side that I had showed you guys before. Really get in there. And pulling it down. Get in there. Some extra concealing going on. And I'm going to go in with my concealer blush. I'm just going to quickly pat that in and then blend it out, being careful not to mess up any of the eyeliner, of course. But we could also use this opportunity to clean up any edge if there is anything that did get messed up. Okay, doing the same thing to the other side. And so when I finish with this under eye area and my face, I want to go back in, apply mascara. You can even add a little bit of a darker liner around here to even out and balance up the eye look, because it is so heavy up top. We want to make sure that this bottom half is not naked looking. And you'll see like how see how it looks like right now. We don't want it to like look naked like that. We want it to be balanced. Okay, just applying the remainder on the tip of my nose. And like I mentioned yesterday too, I like to have a really bright under eye whenever I do like dramatic looks like that. So I'm gonna go in with another concealer and really get this under eye area super bright and lit up, as if I am getting ready for a photo shoot, because that's what celebrities do, right? We are doing a celebrity look, so we gotta glam it all the way up. And I find that this method is like the easiest way to not like feel super cakey while still having a crazy amount of coverage and a bright under eye. Okay, and then that's gonna sit and soak in there. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my Exa foundation. Actually, I'm gonna apply this to my brush first, and then just brush it on and build it up. And also like sort of blend out that concealer from the edges that were brought down here, so it's evened out. Okay, so that we avoid any streakiness, just blending now. Okay. And obviously you want to make sure you finish off with your brows too, especially if you want a dramatic brow that matches your dramatic eye. Okay, I'm just going to blend that out a little bit more. Pat this out. Okay. Okay, and like I said, you can go in with a darker eyeliner or smudge your favorite, um, dark lip liner even underneath in that bottom lash line. Um, I'm trying to find a brow pencil that I love to do that with, but I cannot seem to find it right now. I think I'm going to misplace it somewhere else. Oh, before I do that, let me go ahead and put my nose ring back in so I don't lose that. But I also feel like this look, I always highly recommend using like at least semi lashes with it, because it looks super full and just fun when you apply fuller lashes to just get a little bit more fluff at the edges, at least to match and play with that graphic liner. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead with a darker pencil and just touch that lower lash line, because we want that to be darkened as well. And I do this right before I go to put liner on. Also, that contrast is going to make your waterline look lighter, which will also give you the illusion of having bigger eyes, which this whole graphic like look does. This makes it look like you have bigger eyes. So I'm going to go ahead, mascara again. Now applying to my lower lash line. a little bit here. Okay. Do the same thing to this side. I usually just focus only on the outer corner, not coming on the inside because it just doesn't look good or natural. So that's my recommendation for you guys, is to focus your mascara on your bottom lash towards your outer corner and not the inner corner. Um, okay. I also have like non-existent lower lash line. Um, and I actually don't mind if like a little bit of the mascara gets on my skin under my lash line. I feel like it adds to that like darkened underneath eye area. And what I've been doing in the past, and I've showed you guys before, I've been like literally brushing out my lash with the remainder that's on my mascara. But I'm not going to do that right now because I actually put my brush away. I'm just going to lightly fill, like nothing dramatic and heavy because my brows are pretty filled already naturally. I'm just trying to even it out and sort of just bring some shape to it. But do, at this point, do what you need to do for your brows, like whatever your comfort is for your brows. And then from here, you continue with the rest of your face per usual. So like adding in your blush, adding in your bronzer. Like I said, my bronzer is missing. It has gone AWOL. But I'm going to go ahead and add my blush in. You can also contour here. Like you can even use the contour stick from OG that I recommended before. That would be perfect to create some shape and form to your face, especially with when you're going with a look like this. Um, Having like some sort of contouring, it helps just to bring in that whole sleek look together. So like even with just this blush alone, you can see like a difference already. Adding in that drama, essentially, just adding in more drama. So I recommend contouring in that like sort of 3 zone area, your jawline. Make sure you blend it out though. And I use a bronzer. You can use a sculpting base stick like this one, which is the one that I'm looking forward to getting because it'll make my life easier when it comes to contouring. Um, or you can use blush or bronzer to get this look as well if you don't have it on hand, like I don't currently do. But I feel like with a face stick, contour stick, it'll be more precise instead of being so flushed out, and I can just use my blush for my blush. But that's pretty much this look. From here, again, like I said, I would recommend using falsies for a good, nice, full lash finish. Let me just blend this out. And highlighting, I always recommend highlighting as well if you can. I shared one of my favorite highlighters yesterday on yesterday's live stream, which was from Clay Cosmetics, one of my favorite brands here too. For those of you who are curious, the scrunchie that I'm wearing right now is from MLE, but they unfortunately sold out. That's why if you guys see anything that you love right now, grab it while you can, because a lot of the stuff does sells out within like a matter of like a week after me sharing it. So grab the pieces if you can and if you liked it. I'm also going to be grabbing this Wonder Brow, like as I said, I mentioned before that I've just been using sort of like the remainder that's on my mascara, so I thought it would be just better to just get an actual gel brow. And so I'm testing out this one, which is under 20 bucks. And again, everything that I share here is 15% off on this live stream. And some lip stuff that I have been using that I've been loving is from Cali Cosmetics. This is a great like matte finish, long lasting, long wear, and it's under 18 bucks. It is 15.30 with this live stream, so another great pick. And this is another one from Kaylee as well. I actually have them in a bag somewhere because I usually when I like love a product, I will just toss them in a bag or something. Oh, actually, here, wait, I don't have the lipstick necessarily, the one that I'm showing you guys right now, but I do have the this one right here, the Plumping Color Crush scent again. And this is such a pretty color. It's like a demo for you guys. But I love using something that's a little bit more neutral or brown on the lips because I feel like browns look better for me. Anything in the brown family, really. Whether it be like lighter, like this one, or darker. Because so much drama happening up top already. Or even going with a nude lip is fine too. And this has it's really like thin, and it dries really nice. This color is specifically Bonfire. Great name for this color, by the way. And then here I'll let that dry up and then apply some gloss on top for some extra drama. But thank you guys so much for joining me. Tomorrow we're going to be doing a simple makeup routine, nothing like dramatic, just like an everyday or even like skincare wear. But like, oh, look at this, guys. Isn't it so pretty? Yeah, I highly recommend, again, like I said, using some dramatic lashes as well. It's such a pretty and fun look to do. And it's when you think about it though, when you take away the eyeliner, it's a pretty simple face. Just, you know, a comfortable lip that complements the colors of your eyeshadow and the dramatic eyeliner. And I know that's the harder part, but like I said, it's really great if you use the guide eyeliner. It'll make it super easier to do. You have the guide there. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and, while I have you guys still, is finish off this look with some lip gloss. So this is almost dry. And there we go. You could even play around with lip colors, go darker. You know, that's when using your lips, using lip colors and eyeshadow colors, it's time to play and figure out what works for you, what doesn't. And now I'll just keep, adding things and going with it and just seeing what works for me. A little trick that I love doing is trying to like outline a little bit afterwards to almost create like some shading to my lip. So I'll do the sides, do down the middle a little bit. So it creates for a fuller pout. But that's pretty much this look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, finishing off with some jewelry and some fun hair pieces will really elevate and really bring out the drama for the celebrity look. But I love it. I love doing a graphic liner like this. Would you guys even try this? Let me know. But again, I'm here every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 2:30 p.m. And I'll be back here tomorrow again for a simple beauty routine. Yesterday we did glam. Today we did a celebrity look. Tomorrow we're going to do like something just everyday that's super simple, that it's wearable anywhere, that doesn't look like you're actually even wearing makeup at all. But you know that you're taking care of skin and you look a little brighter. So we're going to do that tomorrow, so come and hang out with me. And a great thing that you can do is actually go over to my page. And if you come to my profile, you'll see this one tab. This is where all of my stuff are. And everything that I share here, I usually tag to, so you can even shop the items that I share by tapping on that little shopping bag and then scrolling through and buying whatever products that you want to try out. And then if you come to the far right side, you'll see my collections and anything that's shared publicly, like the fashion with Stephanie Nadia will be shared publicly, and I'll also be sharing home essentials pretty soon too. But it has everything here that I absolutely love, from beauty to fashion to skincare. Pretty much everything that I've ever talked about on live streams that I absolutely love and highly recommend is all listed here, so you can always shop any of these things right here. So as long as they're not sold out, because like I said, some of the things that I share about will like literally sell out within the week, so grab them while you can. And again, I'll be sharing home essentials pretty soon too. And then if you come to the middle tab, you'll see upcoming live streams and past live streams. You can see the things that I've talked about in the past. And if there's something that I've talked about in the past and you're like, oh, I missed that one, I want to hear more about it, definitely let me know. Chat with me on the lives, or chat with me here or on Instagram as well. And I will make sure to have a live stream that touches that up again, and or I review some updated version of it. But if you come here to the upcoming ones and you click on the live stream, right where it says preview live stream, it will say add to watch list for you, and you can add it to your watch list and it will notify you when I go live. So like if I click on, let's say I click on Riles, here we have add to watch list at the bottom. I can click add to watch list, and that'll automatically add it to my calendar, and it'll also well, I'm not going to give that right now, but I can add it to my actual physical calendar, or I can just let it notify me from the app itself, and give me notifications when he is going to be going live. So you can do that yourself as well. And thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you for hanging out with me yet again for another beautiful makeup look. This one was a little bit more fun, a little bit more time, but I hope you guys found helpful tips in it, and I hope you guys enjoy this one, and I hope you guys join me next time, which is tomorrow. So I'll see you tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. Until then, guys, have a great and wonderful day. Bye. Ciao, ciao, ciao. Have a good one.